Hi everyone, this is Kathy. Welcome to my channel, Kathy Mamelin, Psychic Medium. Welcome to your singles weekend forecast for Friday, April 17th through Sunday, April 19th. This is for any sign and any sign that you may be thinking of. I will be using some charms. I will be using some initials and some evidence and clues. So sit back and relax. Please use this reading to help you to manifest a love that you are worthy and deserving of, or to confirm a love that's come into your life recently. Let's call in our angels and our spirit guides. Let's see what they have for all of you. Welcome, everybody. Spirit, please share with me loving messages that are meant to be heard. What is it that you need us to know at this time? What is it that you have for us? I am listening for you now. I have a rendezvous. A private getaway for two is calling you. Okay. I like the rendezvous energy. I feel kind of sexy, I guess. I want to say. Like, who are you? Energy coming into me. A little bit of a mystery. Very exciting. Okay. I like kind of the sparkles always around these cards. I feel a psychic connection. Your communication goes beyond mere words. So I'm definitely feeling something. I am connecting to you. A little bit of a surprise that I'm feeling so in tune to you. So it could come in as a, what is this? You know, like, who are you? And it's a psychic connection and you're not kind of wrapping your head around it initially. And then I have a workplace romance for some of you. I know it's taboo for many. Bonds over common cause strengthen romantic feelings. So it doesn't necessarily have to be we work together, but it could be we volunteer together, we go to the same church, we have the same interests, we meet through mutual friends. So it could be that we just have something in common that brought us together as well. Let's get a couple more of these. These are always nice. They're so pretty. I have a twin flame union. You will soon unite in heart, body, mind, and soul with your twin flame. So are you ready for a psychic connection and a rendezvous? That's a good way to start. Okay, we've got a lot going on here, even with just these energy cards. So let's see what our cards are saying today. Let's see what Spirit has for you heading into the next few days. So we are going to manifest a new love. This is for my singles. This is for my singles who are looking for new love. We are not inviting the past. There's no past. There's no exes coming in. We have moved on. We are healed. So just from the start, just assume the reading is not going to talk about your exes, okay? So yay. Give me a thumbs up if that's something that you want. Let's see what our cards are saying. Spirit, please share with me. Tell me about this new love, this new beginning, this rendezvous. Who are you? Some kind of soul connection. I have a 5 of Pentacles. I have an 8 of Wands. I have a Queen of Cups. I have a Temperance. The word that they shared with me was striking. And when I asked them what they meant by striking, it was a feeling of coming in fast, catching you off guard, just kind of like striking out of nowhere energy. So a little bit of a bolt of lightning, or you know, a storm that rolls in and you're like, whoa, what just happened? Where did that come from? But I did feel this feeling of fast moving energy, right? I do also feel they're saying charm. Okay. When I looked at the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Cups was sharing with me charm. So this person emotionally, you could be picking up on, they're very charming. And emotionally, that you're attracted to that charm. You're emotionally attracted to their smile, their genuine smile, their personality. their sense of peace, their sense of calmness even. But I did like the smile. The smile was very inviting. It was very reassuring, and it was genuine. So that felt nice. I have a High Priestess. I have a 10 of Pentacles. I have a 9 of Cups. And I have a Justice card. I'm going to say first of all, it feels very comfortable emotionally and in the material world. I feel like we would be very comfortable. I'll say that, probably more than comfortable. And then there's a lot of spiritual energy around this union with that High Priestess and the Justice card. So I'm going to say it's somebody who believes in the union of marriage. I still believe, whether I do it or not, I still believe that it's a sacred union. I still believe that it's vows before our family and friends and God. So it's coming into me more like that. So whether you are entering into that or whether it's just how you feel about marriages, you give it a lot of respect for people who do respect the unity. If it's not for you, it's not for you, but you do respect it, or this person respects it. Okay, that they see it in the eyes of whoever their God is, that it is a union, a spiritual union. Marriage is a spiritual union. Yes, it's a legal contract, but it's a spiritual union as well. And that sometimes becomes forgotten. So we want to know more about that. Spirit, please share with me this spirituality that's coming out of this connection. Beautiful. I have confidence. I feel like that smile is so genuine that you don't feel like they're just hitting on you. They're 1212 on the clock when I'm recording this. I'll take that 1212 angel number as well. They're not just hitting on you. It's charming. It's self-confident. It is sincere. It's coming from their heart. It's another human being emotionally, physically attracted to somebody. So it just feels right. I have beauty. They see your beauty inside and out. That could be the first thing that they say to you, like, wow. It's a little bit of a wow, you're beautiful. Maybe that's how they introduce themselves. Do you know how beautiful you are? Or your first meeting, you're so beautiful. So this person definitely sees you as beautiful and is attracted to you. Handsome, we could say handsome also. And I have courage. So confidence and courage, strong self-esteem, also not afraid to smile at somebody and compliment somebody. It's not, their ego isn't pulling them back saying, well, I want you to chase me and tell me how great I am. They're saying, no, I think you're great, and I'm going to let you know. So that is definitely somebody that you should be interested in, because they're coming towards you, is how I feel. Their energy is approaching you. So a little bit of a they'll find you. Okay, so if we were in a public place, they would approach you first. Okay, something like that. If we were in an environment talking to lots of different people, then they would make their way over to you somehow and start a conversation. So you're attracting them. I have an Emperor. I have a Magician. I have a Hierophant again, and I have a 4 of Pentacles. So I do feel that this person has a very strong energy. It could be a little bit intimidating on one side, okay? It could be that I hope that they see in me what I see in them. So don't lose sight of how much you have to offer, okay? You could feel like I'm still struggling with holding back, or you're still struggling with I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket. I don't want to show them everything right from the beginning because I keep getting hurt. So, but do I think this is a catch? Yes. I feel like this is somebody you would be very interested in. I have a moon. I have a page of pentacles. I have a death card. And I have a page of wands. So let's look at these pages for a second, because I do have this, I want to say, willingness to change with that death card, that I'm doing everything in my power to change. I'm doing everything in my power to follow my intuition, to trust my gut, to listen to my spirit guides. I just feel like I do want that change. And then this page comes in, and there's a little spark in this page, whether it's somebody who says, hey, I just want to take you out. I'm not asking you to marry me today. I just want to take you on a date. I want to buy you a cup of coffee. Can I do that? Like, hey, can I buy you a drink? So if they feel like you are hesitant in any way, or they feel like you want to know everything about them before you go even on a first date or get a cup of coffee with them, they may say, hey, you know, I'm pretty harmless. I'll meet you in a public place. I just want to buy you a drink, you know. So I do feel like they pick up on that. And I do feel like they have this kind of charm and charisma and personality where they, I don't want to say they convince you, but they pretty much show you that there's nothing to be afraid of here. And I do feel like they are strong enough to override whatever fears they're picking up on you. Okay. And it could be as simple as you just haven't dated in a while, or they're picking up that you've been single for a while, or this is your first date in a long time and you're nervous, or you don't normally talk to strangers. You don't normally meet people that you don't know. So they're picking up on that. They're trying to make it simple, but I feel like it's more of a, casualness, I guess. That's why I'm leaning more towards the charm. Like, hey, you know, I just want to meet you. I just want to talk. We'll sit and we'll talk. I swear I won't touch you, you know, something like that. So I do feel like you trust them. I do feel like they're a gentleman. They're a lady. They're poised. They have class. So I'm going to say we're going to go with that. I have communication. I just want to talk to you. I'm definitely feeling that. I have turmoil. You could be just struggling with, what am I getting into? You know, you want to see that crystal ball. Is this person trouble? You're going to find out soon enough. You're going to find out, you know, what's going to happen, what isn't going to happen. The repetition is coming into me. The travel was, this person may have to go out of their way to come see you. Okay, so if they're willing to go out of their way to come see you, and they're willing to get in the car and drive and meet you, yeah, okay. If they're not willing to go out of their way to meet you, they're not going to be willing to go out of their way to meet you in the future. So I do feel like that's step one. I do feel like they make the effort, they make the arrangements, they want the date. The practice is coming into me more as, I've been there, done that, but I also want to say you know what you're getting into. You know what to look for red flags. You know who's a creep and who isn't a creep. So I do feel like you're smarter. So take that also, your knowledge. I have a message. You're getting this message from somebody. Somebody is ready to reach out. It could be a person on your mind. It could be, this is the weekend that we get together. We have been talking about planning little rendezvous, they had said. Maybe we're planning our first date. Maybe we're planning just to sit down and talk and get to know each other. We've been talking possibly in text messages, going back and forth, but we haven't met in person. So I'm just going to say an in-person meeting. I feel like I know this person. And we have to meet in person. Just remember, there's communication is about the body language, eye contact, that smile. That you can't pick up a smile on the phone. I mean, you can kind of sense it, but you can't see their eyes twinkling. You can't see, is it a genuine smile? Is it, you just can't read their face. So you want to know, I feel confined. I've got to break through. I've got to step out of my comfort zone. I've got to overcome anything that could be holding me back. And that could be just fear, all the answers before I even start, overthinking it, all of those things. Success, I want to make sure that it's somebody that is stable and put together. You can ask all of those questions. You might not know those questions right from the beginning. You know, it could be very important to you that this time you're in a relationship with somebody that's stable. You know, maybe the last relationship you were in, somebody struggled and it became your struggle and it was hard. So you want something different. I have being blindsided, being oblivious. No, you want somebody who gets it. You want somebody who is in it for the long run. You want somebody who takes off that blindfold and sees you for who you are. And I have consequences. So you also want somebody who is responsible for their consequences. That's something you probably have thought through. You know, if their actions are going to, if they say one thing, they're going to do it. Okay, that could be very important to you. And I need to see that when they say they're going to show up, they're going to show up. That's important. I have social media. You could be talking to this person on social media for a while, and then we say, let's meet in person. A lot of people do that. A lot of people meet, you know, there's all kinds of crazy ways that people meet, right? So you could be talking to this person, but we need to meet in person is the message. We need an in-person meeting. I have a pilot. I'm going to go with distance. There could be some distance. This person has to plan a plane trip for somebody, not everybody. And this person has to, you know, get on a plane and come see you if this is real. But it's also a sense of a journey. It's also a sense of somebody steering the plane and making some decisions as to, you know, where we're going to both land and where this is going to end up. I have a sense of humor, cheeky. I have pessimistic and drinking. So I want to make sure this person doesn't have any problems. It's one thing to talk on the phone. You don't know what's going on behind the scene or just this in-depth pen pal relationship. It's another to see somebody in person, how they behave in public, and they're at the bar and they're ordering, you know, one drink after another. And you say, geez, does this person actually have a problem that I should be concerned about? So we want to get all of those red flags out of the way. I have a student, okay, back to school, still studying for exams for somebody. I have management. That came into me more as I'm always on the phone. He's got a phone to his ear. It was more of a, my work is a little bit of an on-call energy that I have to answer my phone because I'm kind of responsible for other people, or it doesn't take a lot of time, but I do have to be available to answer that call. So you may know that going into it. It's somebody who has some responsibility. I have some long, straight hair, dark hair. I have muscular. Okay, I like to work out. I have a fit body. That feels nice. I have curly hair. I love that. I wear sunglasses all the time. I have earbuds. I have beautiful lips. I love your lips. I want to make sure you have a job. I feel like I need to know where you stand, stability. I need to know what you do for work. I need to verify that that's what you do. There's a lot of con artists out there. You want to be careful, you know, that pilot isn't a con job. You know, I'm a pilot. Yeah. You're talking to somebody who's, you know, I don't know, an internet scam. So you want to be careful. I need a job. I'm an officer, manager of a company. I do feel like there's a sense of higher level, okay, that somebody carries their phone. They have to be responsive to somebody in some way. The only other thing I could see is something like a doctor where they're on call. Somebody calls them and asks them, a couple of questions. They need to respond because they're, a doctor, and they're tracking some of their customers, their clients, their patients. So it could be somebody in the medical field that has to be connected all the time. Somebody who manages something important. So that could be important. I have their first name is one syllable. These are good clues. Love, puzzles, and board games. I don't know about the puzzles. I see this particular clue as more of a on my phone. Like I play Scrabble, I have crossword puzzles, I do the word of the day, I do words with friends, they have some kind of games on their phone that maybe they go to when they're bored. Communicating their feelings comes easy for them. I do feel that. I felt the person's very charming. They're saying very lighthearted. They are very easy to get along with, very compatible, I guess would be a good way to say it. Has an odd number birth year. That's a good clue. You will see them in person this month. I feel like we've been talking about I need to see you in person. Okay, so I have a sense that even the way this card is going, like the month of April is the month that we meet. The month of April is the month that we finally, we could have started talking a couple months ago. We could have started chatting a couple of months ago, but we're going to meet. We have a planned date. We have a planned weekend. This is the weekend we are definitely meeting in person for the first time. Has more vowels than consonants in their last names, so A-I-O-U, sometimes Y. And I have your paths will cross during the next air sign season. So the next air sign season is Gemini, which is May 21st through June 20th. So that's about a month from now. So if it doesn't happen very soon, maybe that's the next big timeline as far as time. Your last name has your last has 2 syllables and goes by nickname. That's a good one. Bottom of the deck, I has 3 siblings and is an earth sign. So a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn energy. Let's get some initials. Let's see what they're saying for initials. Let's do some first initials, last initials. Let's start with some of these little guys. The letter X. I have a P. I have a K. The letter D. I have an R. I have an O. I have an I. I have an X. T, A, I have a U, the letter E, and I have the letter S. Let's get some of these double letters that I have for first name or last name, first letter, second letter of a name. So these are sometimes, if you do have somebody on your mind. So these sometimes are spot on for people. I know you comment and tell me that they're spot on. That's always nice. I have an R-E, J-O, M-A, A-S, S-C, C-H, G-A, A-L, TH, and HE. Okay. And these are singles readings, so, many of you don't have somebody in mind, so those are just clues. Spirit, please share with me maybe what sign they could be. We did get some earth signs a moment ago. Let's see what else they want us to know. I have a Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, Capricorn, and I have a Taurus. Okay, so we will take those as well. Spirit, what else do you want me to know about this connection? What is important at this time that we need to hear? I have a feeling this person came into our lives and we've been doing a lot of chatting. So there's probably like a whole relationship going on just through text messages and phone calls. It's time to meet. It's time to meet in person. Okay, that's really where we're at. I have a manifester, willpower, communicator, law of attraction brought us together. I manifested you. I feel at home with you. Fifth dimension, soulmate, everlasting love, possibly a marriage. I care for you more than you know. I connected to you very easily. This is a very easy connection for me. A workaholic. I don't know if they're a workaholic, but they may feel sorry that they are interrupted with a phone call. They may say, I'm sorry, I have to take this. I have a feeling you'll be very understanding because of the type of work that they do, that if they don't take that call, it affects other people or affects certain people that need them. So I would say that it's just the nature of their work. And I think that you'll be very understanding as to, you know, why they have to take a phone call when other people don't. So their work could just be, like I said, very specific. I have a dog energy. I love that. Taking a chance, warm-hearted, definitely acting on their instincts. But we see a dog energy as loyalty, don't we? We see it as faithfulness. We see it as somebody who we can by our side, staying by our side, you know. So, but for those of you that are animal lovers, you know what that feels like, you know, that loyal pet that you, you know, they're more of a family to you than some other family members. Spirit, please share with me some additional feelings. I'm very hopeful. I may be blinded by this love. This love may come in very quickly. I have fireworks happening. I want to hold your hand. I'm hopeful and I take my hand. I always love the energy. In the bottom of the deck, I have opening my heart, and I have faith. There was definitely a spiritual energy in the beginning there with, I believe in a sacred union. So I feel like I am opening your heart. I feel like you're opening my heart. I'm opening your heart. Spirit saying trust and believe, which I know you do. Some days are harder than others, but we don't ever want to give up hope. We don't ever want to stop believing that there is that person that opens their heart to you and you open your heart to them. So we don't ever want to give up on that, because there truly is somebody for everybody. And it's just a matter of time that we are meeting this person in person. That is the message. It's time to meet this person. Let's get some charms. Let's grab some charms, see what my charms are saying today. I've got this big, beautiful bowl of gold charms. So let me get a scoop of these and see what they want you to know. All right. All right, so I'm going to go with these two Eiffel Towers because they came into me as more of a conversation. It felt like we've both been to Paris, or we both really want to go to Paris, but it was kind of like we both have this feelings around Paris. You know, maybe it's just on our bucket list. You know, that's somewhere I always wanted to go. I've always wanted to go to Paris. So I feel like it's a conversation. Either we both have been there or we both have it on our bucket list, something like that. I have a beautiful starfish. I will say it's coming into me more as a star, in a sense, like I believe. I want to go with this feeling of I'm hopeful, and sometimes I just don't ever want to give up that hope. And, you know, it's the person who wishes upon a star. It's the person who finds a penny and makes a wish, takes a dime and throws it into the fountain and makes a wish. It's the person who picks a dandelion and blows the seeds and makes a wish, you know. So it's all those times that you have done those types of things, and you just want your dreams to come true. You want your wishes to come true. So it feels like that. I have this beautiful tree, my tree of life. I feel at home with you, grounded energy. Okay. I have a wheel on a ship, a steering wheel, and an anchor. You're my anchor. You're my rock, steering the ship together. There's a sense of steering it together, making choices, decisions together. I like that. Look for a dragonfly. I feel like this is dragonflies and butterflies. I'm going to go with those are your signs. You could start seeing more often. You're just seeing them in all kinds of crazy places. I feel like the feathers also. So all of a sudden you're seeing like all these angel symbols, all these angel signs, and they're just more than the normal. You know, it just seems like, yeah, I see butterflies, but I mean, I'm seeing like butterfly things everywhere I go, or I'm seeing feathers and finding feathers way more than I ever did before. So it feels more like the volume is increased. So that could be something. Here's the key to my heart. Okay, so I feel that. Here's another star. This is what I've been wishing for also. I have an owl. So I'm going to just go with more of a wise choice, a sense of intelligence, that I can't go wrong, that there's something about this person. So it is a good choice. I will say that. This feels like an intuitive eye. I know it's an Egyptian symbol, I feel, but it feels like an intuitive eye. I'm just going to go with an intuitive eye for what I'm feeling, because it just feels like trust your inner being, your inner soul, your inner voice. So trust that. And then I have this kind of rose, a single rose. That feels like it feels like a gift. It feels like, here, this is for you. So it could be something that somebody gives you on the first date. It could be a single rose that's wrapped, and you know, they just brought you a little something on that first meeting, that first date. That's nice. Okay, so here are your beautiful charms heading into this weekend. Spirit, can I have some final messages? I just want to get a handful of feelings. So these could be future feelings, of course. These could be, you know, what to look forward to, what to see. Let me just grab some cards. Spirit, what are the feelings in the future? What is coming our way? What's the energy around us? If this isn't in your life today, we're going to put this out to the universe in a moment, and we're all going to ask Spirit to guide this to us. So let's see what they say. I have you're incredibly sexy. That's good to know. There we go. Well, they said you're beautiful, right? Wow, you're so beautiful right in the beginning. You give me butterflies. I hope you feel the same way. I hope you feel what I'm feeling. We've shared many past lives together. That's always nice to know that we have that whole contract. Nothing compares to you. I also feel this incredible sense of once you meet, we don't look back. We don't really want to be with anybody else. We don't really ever date anybody else. We just stay together. We just, you know, keep traveling life together. So I'm not feeling back and forth or breakups and getting back together, things like that. I wish you could see how beautiful and amazing you truly are. I feel like this person sees something in you that you might not even see in yourself. You know, you may roll your eyes when they tell you how beautiful you are, or you say, yeah, thank you. But, you know, you kind of go, yeah, right. But to them, you could be the most beautiful person. You could be everything that they have been looking for. And you really are beautiful in their eyes. And you should be beautiful in your own eyes, of course. It's like we share the same mind and heart. So we think alike. We want the same things. We are both curious about Paris. We both want to travel to Paris. We both want to know everything about each other. So I do feel like we are definitely connecting and realizing that we have a lot in common. So that is adding up. I don't know why, but I always doubt your love for me. There's a little part of me that says you're too good for me, or why are you with me? They're with you because you're amazing. They're with you. You're with them because they're amazing. You are my destiny. I will say that's a good card to say thank you. Let's just look at these for a minute. I mean, there's a lot. There's nobody compares to you. You know, sometimes we just have to look at what Spirit's offering us and say, somebody who appreciates you, somebody who once they meet you, they want to stay with you. I always feel that that's nice, right? I think a lot of you are tired of starting over again. So are you meant to be with this person? Yes. So whoever this rendezvous is with, whoever this in-person meeting, that's about to happen. This is the person that you're going to be with, this person you're going to stay with. So if it's not here now, we're going to put this out into the universe, and we are going to ask Spirit to guide this to you in the days ahead, the weeks ahead, and bring you the kind of love that you are worthy and deserving of. I want to thank Spirit for these messages today. If you're new to my channel, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you always for your kind words, your comments. I appreciate all of them. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, please visit my website, KathyMamolin.psychicmedium.com. Also, check out my other channels. I'll put the links in the description below. I hope you enjoyed your weekend forecast, and we will see you all again real soon.